I got to imagine these tools probably aren't lasting that long. They got to be lasting, every couple, 2-3 years. They're doing some serious upkeep. They're doing some serious upkeep to them. If they're running around the clock getting beat up like that, just constant clamping open. And sooner or later, something's getting smashed. Once it gets smashed, then, things kind of trickle down. So, yeah, I mean, probably every couple, 2-3 years, they're got money budgeted in for replacing them. They're doing something major.
So then, thinking about the other side of it, say we've got an old generation additive that's been used for a long time, and it is somebody else is trying to come in with a knockoff. If we're talking about 5% type savings on the material, maybe less, which might be, 2% on the part or 3% on the actual part, is that enough that we should be worried about our older products that are already embedded in some of these parts?
The cost savings on the material of 5% seems that would require a requalification to get it approved, right? Because
yeah, absolutely. Can you give me an idea based on the numbers, just estimate on what kind of savings what does that 5% equate to?
Well, like 3 or 4 cents a pound kind of numbers is maximum you would ever see changes on additives like antioxidants and.
No, I get that. I'm saying so the molder takes the part, your material molds the part, sells it for whatever, dime, nickel, quarter, whatever it is. Well, I'm trying to get an idea on the volume of parts he's running, and just what kind of yearly cost savings potential are we looking at on the actual finished part?
Maybe it'd be less than, it'd be the thousands of dollars to tens of thousands of dollars.
On all the material? On all the material that he puts into those parts throughout the course of the whole year?
I'm thinking for specific types of parts.
So
yeah, that's not going to be worth it. He's not going to.
Based on what you're saying, their convidians doesn't really get into nickel and diming.
They're not going to look at anything for anything less than shit. You'd have to be $500,000 or more dollars in savings for them to look at it. I mean, maybe a little less than that, but certainly not much. I mean, no, $10,000, $20,000, $50,000, no way. I mean, I was doing cost savings when I was there, and they were in the, $500,000 to $1 million range or better per year. Go as low as $250,000, somewhere in that ballpark. But I find it hard to believe that they would put the time and effort. They're basically going to, and everything you do there, it's not like, the old days when it was just, you had a connection, somebody said, yeah, let's try it, and you got it, you qualified it, test it, and put it out there. Now it's, it's got to be planned for, budgeted for, project team, project manager, engineering resources allocated to it. So all that's being calculated, up front, not in every case, but a lot of it is. So, if there's not substantial money on that, they've got a million other things to go after. That's going to be way, way low on the bottom of the list.
Yeah, prioritize is very low. Sounds like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I wouldn't worry if somebody's coming up with a knockoff. They're going to be shaving that tiny little bit off. I don't. This isn't Coca-Cola, and they're trying to save on the cap or something like that.
Right. We may get involved with those kind of things too. Okay, so I'm trying to think. I've got a few minutes left. Just any advice on what we should be thinking about as we develop new products and new properties? Are we missing? Hey, why aren't you asking about this if you're in the property modification space?
Yeah, well, it sounds like you guys are onto something that, maybe we all can be looking at polypropylene in application